Work is an exertion or effort directed to produce or accomplish something. It is also a productive or operative activity. Another definition of work is to be employed, especially as means of earning one's livelihood. We engage in work to satisfy our multifaceted needs, such as earning a living, building and creating, developing our values, satisfying our egos and building our self-esteem, creating a social identity, and relating to other individuals and groups, and gaining independence. While following the ideas of work, we also develop our working ethics. This is a set of values based on the ideas of discipline and hard work. Building a strong work ethic will also a person to train themselves so that hard work is almost automatic. Human being work defines us as who we are and what our standing in the society is.
But building this isn't a one-shot, one-day process for us. Some may take years, some months, and some may not develop it for all their life, as they failed with the number one thing needed when building this: discipline. A strong work ethic has inculcated principles that guide them in their work behavior. This leads them to consistent higher productivity without any prodding that many require to stay on track. Individuals with a good work ethic are usually very fruitful people who work a faster pace. They regularly accomplish more work more quickly than those who lack a work ethic, for they do not quit until the work which they are tasked with is completed. Cooperative work can be highly beneficial in a business entity. Individuals with a good work ethic know this well. They understand the usefulness of cooperation. A great example is teamwork.
Working ethics isn't as bad as to learn as it is. In reality, there are some steps that would make you acquire a good working ethic in no time, such as being professional about your work. Professionalism includes one's values, attitude, and demeanor. It also means respecting others and develop a reputation for having integrity, meaning honesty, fairness, and consistency in what you do and say. You also have to deliver a great sense of focus while making long-term goals, training yourself to be persistent on making your tasks and assignments. Another step is to practice time management. Set deadlines, know your strengths and weaknesses, to know what is the first task you have to put so much time and effort into. To practice and ace this step, you also have to stop yourself from procrastinating that much and stop focusing on things that would only distract you.
Another step is to keep a balanced life and deliver consistent high-performance work. Though working requires so much time, you still have to find self-time. Means you have to prioritize your health too. A good work ethic isn't just being glued to a computer. It is also understanding how to take care with decent sleep and eating nutritiously. Taking time to relax and recharge while keeping priorities in your life clear helps maintain a good perspective at work. Lastly, develop good work habits. Concentration is one of the keys to mastering a good working ethic. Its ability to stay on a task until it is completed without distraction. This means you have to value punctuality and attendance, time, orderliness, neatness, and speed. Practicing the do it right now and do it now habits that will teach your mind to always work smarter, not harder.
Of course, it does not need just the physical attributes and practices to develop a good working ethic. Someone must have a core element, the innermost and the central aspects, and these are the values everyone must master. Some of them are honesty, integrity, fairness, respect, and reliability. Not developing favoritism, or no matter the situation they were put into, they must keep the cold and calm aura. Another set are accountability, dedication, confidentiality, responsibility, and competence. Accept responsibility personally for one's action and outcomes in all situations, plus avoid excuses when work does not proceed as planned. Admitting mistakes or oversight are used as a learning curve and will not be repeated again. These core values, together with the steps of how to develop a good working ethic or practices, combine it and someone will be the golden employee of any firm.
Governance can be defined as a system by which entities are directed and controlled. It is concerned with structure and processes for decision-making, accountability, control, and behavior at the top of an entity. It influences how an organization's objectives are set and achieved, how risk is monitored and addressed, and how performance is optimized. Like culture, it is a core component of a unique characteristic of a successful organization. And in business, good governance is essential for economic growth, stability, and security of an organization. More specifically, it can improve your business, help it become more stable and productive, and unlock new opportunities. It can reduce risk and enable faster and safer growth.
Business today operates in an environment of constant change. Technology has created an information age that has transformed our world, and for business to both survive and remain profitable, to enable it to fulfill its mission and achieve its vision, a system has to be in place to assist an organization to identify changes in both external environment and emerging trends. And good governance must be adopted by the organization itself to help it thrive for more opportunities, both short-term and long-term. The reasons why organizations should adopt good governance practices include preserving and strengthening confidence, providing the foundation for high-performing organization, and lastly, ensuring the organization is well and placed to respond a changing external environment.
Good governance is an approach to a government that is committed to creating a system founded in justice and peace that protects individuals' human rights and civil liberties. Good governance is the process of measuring how public institutions conduct public affairs and manage public resources, and guarantee the realization of human rights in a manner essentially free of abuse and corruption, and with due regard for the rule of law. Provides the necessary responsibilities and practices to ensure benefits realization, optimize resources, and optimize risks while ensuring an organization is compliant with local laws and regulation and providing value to stakeholders. According to the United Nations, good governance is measured by the 8 factors of participation: rule of law, transparency, responsiveness, consensus-oriented, equity and inclusiveness, effectiveness and efficiency, and accountability.
Governing an organization is such hard thing to do. That's why there are some basic steps on how to perform every task well. An employer is a person or company that has people who do work for wages or a salary. Thought it may seem a good job and place to be with, there are some duties that they need to comply with to make their workplace seem governed and systematic too. First, they must provide and maintain a working environment that is safe and without risk to health, providing basic adequate facilities such as washroom, toilet, lockers, dining areas, first aid, etc. Ensure that the use, handling, storage, and transport of plants and substances is safe and without risk to health. And to also provide as much information, instructions, training, and supervision to the workers so they can work safely.
An employee is someone you hire and pay for their work which you use to benefit your business. And here are some basic duties of an employee to make an easy and peaceful working environment with other people. Take reasonable care with their own health and safety. Comply with any reasonable instructions, policies, and procedures given by their employer in the workplace. Workers must follow any reasonable health and safety instructions from your employer. It is important that workers must work safely, follow instructions, use personal protective equipment or PPE in the way you were trained and instructed to use it, and report injuries and unsafe and unhealthy situations to supervisor or to health and safety representative. Know that rules help establish expectations and provide guidelines within which to conduct daily business activities. They also regulate compliance with local, state, and federal agencies that govern your particular type of business operation. And with the sample stated above, we hope that everyone learns a thing or two.